Hello, brilliant scholars, and welcome to Learning with Avant-garde Books. I'm Cherie Hardy, and today I will be talking about the Statue of Liberty. I plan to read a passage that was written by Jan Meyer in 2007. This presentation will also have some slides with images. After the presentation, there will be a comprehension quiz so that you can self-assess your understanding. Just get relaxed, get in a very comfortable place, and let's learn about the Statue of Liberty. On an evening in 1865, Edouard de Laboulaye gave a party at his home in France. He and his guests talked about the friendship between France and the United States, and recalled that France had given aid to the American colonies in the Revolutionary War. Wouldn't it be wonderful, Laboulaye exclaimed, if France and the United States joined together to build a monument in America celebrating that nation's independence. Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi, a young sculptor and a guest at the party, was intrigued by Laboulaye's idea. He believed that creating a monument for America would be a great project for him to undertake. Hoping to promote Laboulaye's idea, Bartholdi went to the United States in 1871. As his ship entered New York Harbor, he saw tiny Bedloe's Island. What a perfect spot for the statue, he thought. Bartholdi stayed for 5 months, meeting with prominent Americans. If France gave your country a statue, would America provide land and a pedestal for it? He asked them. Although he received no firm agreements, he was encouraged by their interest. Bartholdi returned to France and worked on his design for the statue, a gigantic figure of a robed woman holding up a shining torch in her right hand. He made sketches and clay models, but he would need money, he realized, to pay for Liberty's construction. In 1875, a campaign was launched in France to raise funds for the statue. Bartholdi could now begin building his 151-foot high figure. Meanwhile, in America, Congress agreed to accept the statue and to set aside Bedloe's Island for its site. Because Congress refused to approve funds for the pedestal, a committee was formed to raise the money. In 1881, Richard Morris Hunt was selected to design the pedestal, but fundraising went so slowly that its construction didn't begin until 1884. By that time, Liberty's copper skin and supporting inner skeleton of iron beams and bars stood completed and fastened together in a courtyard outside Bartholdi's workshop. She was the largest statue of her time, with a nose over 4 feet long and a mouth measuring 3 feet wide. In 1885, the statue was taken apart, packed into 214 crates, and shipped to Bedloe's Island. The crates sat there for nearly a year, waiting for the pedestal to be finished. The dedication ceremony of the Statue of Liberty took place on October 28, 1886. There were parades, cannon blasts, and a speech by U.S. President Grover Cleveland. Bartholdi stood high up in the head of the statue, waiting to drop the enormous French flag that covered Liberty's face. When she was unveiled, the gathered crowds gazed in awe at this beautiful gift from France, a lasting memorial to America's freedom and liberty. Wow, wonderful boys and girls. Thank you for listening and watching this presentation on the Statue of Liberty. At this time, you'll have a chance to take a comprehension quiz to check your understanding. What I want you to do is pause the video, take out a sheet of paper, number that paper from 1 to 10. The following 20 slides will have a question and then they will be followed by the answer to that question. You'll have about 15 seconds to write down your answer. The good news is that you can self-assess your progress at your own pace. There's one trivia question at the end, and the answers to that trivia question were not in the passage. It's just to test your knowledge of U.S. history. Just never ever forget that your potential is limitless. You can learn anything and everything you want to learn. So let's get started, and after you take your comprehension quiz, make sure you let us know how well you did. I am super proud of you. Let's get ready to take this quiz. Question 1. What country gifted the United States the Statue of Liberty as a lasting memorial of its freedom and liberty? Wonderful boys and girls, if you said France, you got the correct answer. I am so proud of you. Let's keep going. Question 2. Who came up with the idea for France and the United States to build a monument to celebrate its independence from Great Britain? Boys and girls, your answer is French author and activist Edouard Laboulaye. Question 3. Who designed the Statue of Liberty? Boys and girls, your answer is French sculptor and painter Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi. Good job. Question 4. The Statue of Liberty's skin is made up of what metal? Copper is the correct answer. Let's keep going. Question 5. How tall is the monument? You are doing a great job. The answer to that question is 151 feet. Let's keep going. Question 6. Describe the Statue of Liberty. You may have different answers, and all of them may be correct. You are doing a great job. She's a woman wearing a robe with a torch in her right hand. She's also wearing a crown of 7 rays. Those 7 rays actually stand for the 7 seas on earth. Question 7. How was the Statue of Liberty shipped to the U.S.? Remember, the Statue of Liberty was made in France. How did it get to the U.S.? You got the answer right. It was actually taken apart and packed into 214 crates and then shipped to the United States of America. You are doing very well, and there are only 3 more questions before your trivia question. Let's keep going. Question 8. In what year did the dedication ceremony take place? That's right, 1886 was the year that the Statue of Liberty was dedicated to the United States of America. You are learning so much. Let us finish this quiz. Question 9. Who was the U.S. President in 1886? Boys and girls, if you wrote Grover Cleveland, you are right. Grover Cleveland was the 22nd and the 24th President of the United States of America. Good job. There is only one more question in the regular quiz before we get to our trivia. Let's keep learning. Question 10. What covered the Statue of Liberty's face before it was unveiled by French sculptor and painter Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi? Yay! You are right. If you said a French flag, you got that answer right. That is the last question and answer of this quiz. And the French flag is blue, white, and red. It is a tricolor. On the left, starting left, blue, middle color white, and the end on the right is red. Well, boys and girls, you have done a fantastic job. Just keep learning. Remember, your potential is limitless. Let's take this trivia question. Okay, boys and girls. Now, this is a trivia question from U.S. history, and it was not in the passage, but let's just see how much you know. So, what are 3 major events that happened in the United States in the year 1865? Let me give you a few minutes to see if you can write some things down, and you can check your answers. Remember, you're self-assessing, so there's no pressure. Wow, boys and girls, quite a lot happened in 1865. First, the Civil War ended on April the 9th, 1865. This was a war that was really between the northern states in the U.S. and the southern states in the U.S. And there were many things that caused that war, but the main thing was about whether or not slavery should be legal. You know, slavery is when people were not allowed to have any freedom to do what they needed and wanted to do. They were forced into labor, and they were not paid. Because the North won, slaves were then free. The second thing that happened, major event that happened in 1865, happened on April the 15th, and that is when our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, was assassinated. Another major event happened on June 19, 1865. A U.S. Major General Gordon Granger came to Galveston, Texas, to announce that the people there, the black people there, were free. Slavery had ended on paper in 1863, but black people in Texas did not get this message, so they still thought they were enslaved until General Gordon Granger came to make his announcement. There is a national holiday to commemorate this moment in history. It's called Juneteenth. It combines the month June with 19th, and every year right now it is celebrated as a national holiday. Well, boys and girls, I am extremely proud of you. You've learned so much, and there's so many more things to learn about the Statue of Liberty and also U.S. history, and I will continue to produce these videos to empower you. Just let me know if there's a particular topic that you want to know more about. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.